Very good evening once again and a hearty welcome to the Gujarat State Pedicon 2021 hosted by the Surat Paediatric Association Charitable Trust, which is well known for hospitality and food. It's an immense pleasure for us to welcome you all to the installation ceremony of our beloved Dr. Rakesh Desai. He is going to be installed as the President of AOP Gujarat for the year 2022. And to grace the occasion, we now invite the dignitaries to the dais.
Thank you, Madam Sushma Ben. So, I now invite Dr. Yogesh Parikh, who will be cherishing his final moments of the presidency to escort Dr. Ramesh Kumar, Chief Guest of the function and President-elect Central IIP to the dais. I request Dr. Rakesh Desai, convener of the GUJPEDICON 2021 and President-elect AOP 2021 to escort immediate past President and Central IIP, Dr. Bakul Parekh, and also the Secretary General, Dr. B.V. Basavaraja, to the dais. I welcome to the dais our organizing chairpersons, Dr. Chetan Shah and Dr. Kanak Surma. I request the President-elect, Dr. Kirit Sisodia, and immediate past President of AOP, Dr. Hiren Patel, to take the chairs on the dais. I finally invite Secretary AOP Gujarat, Dr. Manish Mehta, and the organizing secretaries of GUJPEDICON 2021, Dr. Manish Sharma and Dr. Prashant Karya, to take the chairs on the dais.
Friends, we need inspiration, we need energy, we need blessings for however small a task we are going to do. For such a big task, we definitely need blessings from the Almighty. I invite Dr. Hayya Shah. Let us all join with her in a prayer. Let us get connected internally with the Almighty to provide a blissful atmosphere for the further proceedings.
Hello. Om Tat Sat Shri Narayan Tu Purushottama Guru Tu Sita Putra Tu Skanda Vinayaka Savita Pavakatu Brahma Mazadatu Yahava Shakti Tu Ishu Pita Prabhu Tu Rudra Vishnu Tu Rama Krishna Tu Rahim Tao Tu Vasudeva Go Vishwarup Tu Chidananda Hari Tu Advitiya Tu Akala Nirbhaya Atmalinga Shiva Tu Atmalinga Shiva Tu Om Tat Sat
Thank you, Bhaiya. Indeed, it was a very serene voice, and you have made the atmosphere indeed very ecstatic. So now it's time for the official inauguration to the GUJPEDICON 2021. And for this, I request Dr. Chetan Shah to please come forward to welcome all the delegates to the conference.
Good evening, friends. Respected Chief Guest, Dr. Ramesh Kumar, sir, President-elect and our forthcoming IIP President for year 2022. Respected Dr. Bakul Bhai Parekh, sir, IPP, IAP. Dr. Basavaraj, sir, Honorary Secretary General of 2021. And all the dignitaries on the dais and off the dais. At the outset, I warmly welcome all of you to this GUJPEDICON 2021 on behalf of our organizing team of GUJPEDICON 2021. And all of you know it was a difficult task. When we started, we were always in doubt whether what will be the COVID situation in December and how we'll be able to organize. But all the team members were very firm and very strong, and you can see the result. Now we are here, we are halfway through the conference. We had 2 excellent workshops yesterday, fully attended, and a very, a full scientific program which was there today, and we will have same tomorrow also. So all thanks to all my esteemed faculties who have worked and who have agreed to come here on our invitation, and all the delegates. You are most welcome. You have been the pillar of our strength, and on your support, we are confident that we'll be able to organize this conference in a grand manner. So, from bottom of my heart, I extend a warm welcome to all of you. We designed the scientific program, scientific committee. All the committees have worked very hard to make this conference success. Scientific program designed under leadership of Dr. Digant Shastri sir. Cultural programs, academics, all the social activities, exhibitions, they have been done to the perfection. So, but of course, the strength of the delegates has made it a success, and we are having almost more than 400 delegates on this conference. So at the end, I'll thank all of you again with a simple, small 2 lines. कभी कभी मेरे दिल में ख्याल आता है, कभी कभी मेरे दिल में ख्याल आता है कि आप तो हमारे दिल में है, फिर ख्याल क्यों दिमाग में आता है. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Chetan Bhai. And I now request Dr. Vishakha Sharma to greet the guests. Floral welcome. Fatafat, fatafat. Dr. Vishakha will welcome our chief guest, Dr. Ramesh Kumar. Honorable Secretary General, Dr. Basavaraja, who is the guest of honor today. The President AOP Gujarat 2021, Dr. Yogesh Parekh. Incoming President of AOP Gujarat, Dr. Rakesh Bhai. Our past President, beloved Dr. Bakul Bhai, Dr. Vishakha. He is the guest of honor today. And Dr. Kanak Bhai Surma. I request Dr. Ashwini. to greet Dr. Kanakbhai Surma, the organizing chairperson of Gujarat Pedicon 2021. Dr. Chetan Bhai Shah, the organizing chairperson of Gujarat Pedicon 2021, and also the vice president of West Zone from Central IIP. Dr. Kanakbhai is also has been elected as EB member from the West Zone for Central IIP. Dr. Kirit Sisodia, the president of SPACT for the year 2021. Dr. Manish Mehta, secretary AOP Gujarat 2020-2021. Dr. Hiren Bhai. Okay. Dr. Manish Sharma, the organizing secretary, Gujarat Pedicon 2021. Dr. Prashant Karya, organizing secretary, GUJPEDICON 2021. Thank you, Ashwini, and thank you, Dr. Vishakha. I now request Dr. Prashant Karya to get down and to greet the dignitaries of the dais. Respected Dr. Raju Shisra, sir, who is the past president of a Central IP. I request Dr. Manish Sharma to greet Dr. Digan Bhai. Stay there, stay there, stay there. Prashant, stay there. I request Dr. Prashant Karya to greet Dr. Sandeep Trivedi, EB member, Gujarat CIAP 2021. Dr. Prashant will greet the newly elected EB members from West Zone Central IEP, Dr. Ramesh Bajania, Dr. Samir Shah, I request Dr. Manish to greet, Dr. Manish to greet Dr. Nirmal Choradia. Sir is our esteemed, senior most, very encouraging Spectian. Thank you, Dr. Manish and Dr. Prashant.
Thank you, Dr. Sushma, madam, and thank you all the dignitaries on the dais, and welcome you once again to this inaugural function. I would now request all the dignitaries to please come forward for the lamp lighting.
I request Dr. Digan Bhai and Dr. Raju Shisa, sir, Dr. Nirmal Bhai to join them.
या ब्रह्म
Thank you, all the dignitaries, and I now request them to take their seats. Friends, the year 2021 was full of activities for the AOP Gujarat. Let us have a glimpse on all the activities. I invite Dr. Manish Bhai, the Secretary General of AOP Gujarat for the year 2021, to present the secretarial report.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you, Dr. Suman. As she said, activities during 2021 were so much, it's difficult to complete in 10 minutes the whole secretary report. Still, I'll try my best. So, the office bearers of 2021, Dr. Yogesh Parikh sir, who was the president of 2021, myself, I was secretary, and Dr. Bharat Prajapati was the treasurer. Dr. Rakesh Desai was president-elect, and Dr. Hiren Patel, immediate past president for the year 2021. And this was our team. EC member of AOP Gujarat, that is Dr. Prashant Karia, Dr. Rajan Ramani, Dr. Tushar Shah, Dr. Amar Patel, Dr. Monish Shah, Dr. Sandeep Trivedi, Dr. Vijay Shah, Dr. Chetan Trivedi, Dr. Jayanti Gosai, Dr. Jayendra Gohel, Dr. Samir Shah, and Dr. Divyang Patel. These were the executive committee members of 2021, and Dr. Nehal Patel was president of AOPG Women's Wing and secretary Dr. Shwetal Bhatt for AOPG Women's Wing. All these efforts are being helped greatly by these many people: Dr. Raju Shah sir, Dr. Satish Pandya sir, Dr. Digan Shastri sir, Dr. Abhay Shah, Dr. Baldev Prajapati sir, Dr. Chetan Shah sir, and Dr. Somshekhar Nimbalkar. One more photo I wanted to give was Dr. Y.K. Ambedkar sir. He is not there today, but he was also of great help during PG clinic of AOP Gujarat. So let's summarize the activities done by AOP Gujarat for the year 2021. The first program was eGurukul. As we all know, it has gained its importance all over India, as well as we have viewers from outside India also. And it was greatly managed by our convener, Dr. Abhay Shah sir, and coordinator of coordinator of national level, Dr. Chetan Shah sir, and joint coordinator, Dr. Kirit Sisodia. Here we have covered almost all the subspecialty of pediatric, like neurology, hematology, intensive care, neonatology, nephrology. Almost 36 sessions were done throughout the year, with ranging of viewership from 500 to 1800. Second program was PG Clinic. As Central IP is conducting this PG Clinic every Tuesday regularly, we had also started this PG Clinic on Saturday, and we did 35 sessions of PG Clinic, in which Dr. Baldev Prajapati sir was the moderator, and Dr. Ambedkar sir was expert during this PG Clinic. And here we have case presentation from residents from different medical colleges across India, including from Uttarakhand, from Bangalore, from West Bengal. We had residents from all over the place to present the case, and the experts in the field, like subspecialty like pediatric nephrology, neurology, those were the panelists for the session, and it gained lots of importance among the PG students, and we had almost 400 to 500 PG students attending this regularly. And right now also we have 5 PG students who are already waiting for this enter into this PG Clinic program. Another unique program was God, that is Guru's Odyssey of Dedication. That was a chart show. There's a one-to-one chart show with super achievers and who have contributed immensely by their perseverance and sheer dedication. In this chat show, Dr. Satish Pandya was the host and moderator of the chat show. Dr. Raju Shah sir was the advisor, convener, and Dr. Dinesh Shastri sir was the coordinator of this program. And in this we had Dr. Naveen Thakur, Dr. M.K.C. Nair, Dr. Pukhraj Bapna, Dr. Y.K. Ambedkar sir, Dr. N.K. Arora, Dr. Abhay Bang, and Dr. Madhuri Kaniktar as guest of God. Another similar program was LEAP. LEAP is a chat session with accomplished leader and academician in the IAP with aim to inspire the next generation of IAP leadership. In this also we had Dr. Raju Shah sir, Dr. Uday Budhankar sir, Dr. Bakul Parekh, Dr. Santosh Chauhan, and Dr. Swati Bhave. Dr. Digan Shastri sir was the host and moderator of this program. Host and moderator by Dr. Digan Shastri. And Dr. Satish Pandya was also a part of this program. He has conceptualized this program. Many center IP modules we did along with our city branches. That is NEPU, URI module, AYA workshop with AOP Vadodara, CAD module, WAR module, COVID workshop, dysbiosis, Mission School Uday, and Dharma module. Another unique program was establishment of AOPG Women's Wing. That was brainchild of our President Dr. Yogesh Parikh sir. And with the help of Dr. Nihal Patel and Dr. Shwetal Bhatt, who are President and Secretary of AOPG Women's Wing, we had done activities like Fit Hai To Heat Hai, that is fitness on DIP platform it was organized. Wealth planning by women, this was a unique program where person who gave advice was also a female, who were attending were also female pediatricians. So that was a great program. And Less Nature, Our Rich Indian Culture. Official meetings. Almost we had 40 to 45 official meetings throughout the year, in which apart from routine executive committee meeting and GBM, we had meetings with city branches office bearers to guide them how to register their branch, to get them their PAN card and bank account, as well as 12AA form, and also to deal with the COVID issues in their areas. That was done for the first time, I think, in the history of AOPG individual city branches. We met office bearers and discussed these things with them. We had meetings with UNICEF where we plan to have nursing training through our pediatric members, as well as we are planning to do translation of the guidelines, parental guidelines released by Central IP into the Gujarati, and that process has already been started. So we'll get those guidelines very soon in our own language. Another was Pediatric Task Force. That was also a unique event by IOP Gujarat under the leadership of Dr. Digan Shastri. AOP Task Force was made, and seniors and experts from different zones of Gujarat were part of this task force. And we had done planning to how to deal with this pediatric epidemic if it occurs. Then how to deal with that, that was planned out. And lots of work has been done so far in that. Hopefully we don't need it. That is the best. Then this time we had planned to do election through election commissioners. So a 3-member committee of election commissioners was made, and election has been started through them only. In executive committee meetings, we had constitutional amendments. So we are doing constitutional amendment, and almost we are on the verge of finishing that. Tomorrow is ratification SGM. After that, we'll complete the process of new MOU. PSSS, as we all know, Dr. Digan Shastri, Dr. Rakesh Sharma, Dr. Gopani, and the team of PSSS is doing great job in PSSS, and that has come to streamline again, once again. And all the doubts and fears on the mind of pediatrician has been completely removed, and things are on the track, thanks to Dr. Digan Shastri and the team. AGM 3, today is going to be third AGM of this year. First was done at Gir, second midterm meet at Patan, and third is today. And we had done SGM for constitutional amendment during midterm scientific meet of Patan. Blood donation activities, almost 4 districts of Gujarat, in spite of this difficult time, could do blood donation activities. That was Ahmedabad, Rajkot, Disa, and Surat. Bulletins were one of the most highlight of the year. Dr. Prashant Karya has done wonderful job for the bulletin of AOP Gujarat, and I think we had all the bulletins of more than 100 pages. And 4th bulletin is, I think, on the way. We'll get it very soon. Impact 2 TOT was done at Patan during midterm scientific meet, and 1 workshop was also carried out with 50 participants on 5th of September. Lots of publications has been released by our members and scientific journals, newsletter, on television, media, and radio. One souvenir was released during midterm scientific meet, and second is supposed to be released today during GUJPEDICON. Conferences, we had done Colors GUJPEDICON. In spite of all odd and difficult times, we could manage to do Colors GUJPEDICON in a grand way at Gir, and almost all last 5 years Central IB president could attend that. So that was a unique combination of 7 Central IB president at one place in a single conference. Midterm scientific meet, Dr. Monisha and team could conduct midterm scientific meet in spite of all odd circumstances. And thanks to you, Dr. Monisha, that we could all gather and do our normal physical conference like before. Thank you. Just before I leave, I'll just announce the election result. We have AOPG Secretary Dr. Kirit Sisodia as elected as a for year 2022 and 23. Dr. Monish Shah is elected as the treasurer for 22-23. EB member from Ahmedabad zone were Dr. Nehal Patel and Dr. Vipul Chauhan. Central zone, Dr. Tushar Shah and Dr. Rashmin Cecil. North zone, Dr. Ranak Patel and Dr. Divyang Patel. From South zone, Dr. Prashant Karia and Dr. Kunal Shah. We didn't receive any nomination from Saurashtra zone yet, so that will be decided probably during GBM. And we had still due election of president-elect between Dr. Chetan Trivedi and Dr. Meenal Amin. Thank you.
Congratulations to all the winners. And thank you, Dr. Manish Bhai, for that elaborative reports. I request Dr. Vishakha to greet Dr. Hiren Bhai, who has recently joined us. He's the past president of AOP Gujarat.
Indeed, a very lengthy account of activities, Dr. Manish Bhai, but indeed it was a commendable job done during difficult times of the corona. But however, this feat wouldn't have been possible without an able leader, Dr. Yogesh Parikh. So I would now request Dr. Yogesh Bhai to please come forward for his final emotions as the president of AOP Gujarat. Dr. Yogesh Bhai.
We have Vice President Central IAP from North Zone, respected Dr. Sangeeta Yadav Madam amongst us. I request Dr. Digan Bhai to greet the beautiful lady with beautiful flowers. Senior Vice President, yes.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Digan Bhai.
Thank you, Phagun Bhai and Sushma Ben, for giving the opportunity. Dear friends and respected seniors, greetings from the AOP Gujarat. It gives me the mixed feelings today. Just 1 year back, mostly in the January, I had taken the charge of as AOP Gujarat President at the GIR, and on one side, my tenure as AOP President is getting over. So I am bit feeling relieved. બહુ કામ કર્યું, દર અઠવાડિયે કર્યું, પીજી ક્લિનિક કર્યું, ઈ ગુરુકુલ કર્યું. So I am getting relieved from this post. અને આ બધું એક વર્ષ માટે જ હોય છે. આટલો મેસેજ કન્વે થઈ જાય ને તો બધું પૂરું થઈ જાય. थोड़ा मैं गुजराती में बात कर रहा हूँ, वो अलग से मैसेज देना है. So I am bit feeling relieved. At some time I have sense of satisfaction also. બહુ કરી લીધું. So in spite of the COVID-19 pandemic, second wave and the third wave is impending, and could carry out so many academic programs, e-Gurukul, PG Clinic, LEAP, GOAD, and so many activities on the blood donation activity, charity activity, and the women's wing activity. So we have managed with my Dr. Manish Bhai and Bharat. Both are the strong pillar along with my executive board. As a team, Yogesh Parikh એકલો કશું ના કરી શકે. As a team, we have to achieve. So we achieved a lot, and we expect more from the Rakesh Bhai. He will continue all the AOP Gujarat program, and organization level we have done so many activity with the UNICEF and the government of Gujarat and women and child ministry also. So Dr. Manish Bhai already reported all the activity in the secretarial report, and hence I am not giving the full report as this juncture. I would like to thank my all the seniors from Dr. Raju Bhai, Dr. Digant Bhai, Dr. Satish Bhai, Baldev Bhai, Dr. Somsekhar Nimbarkar, and all my EB colleagues. So, and all my AOP Gujarat members, these are the pillars of this organization. And they have supported me on, in spite of they are not the member, means executive board member or not at any post, even though they have supported me. And we work together as a team. So for this official platform, AOPG, I humbly request એક ડ્રીમ હતું જે પૂરું નથી થયું. I humbly request President IIP 2022, my dear friend Dr. Ramesh Kumar, to kindly consider our genuine demand or request to grant Pedicon, National Pedicon 2023 along with the IPA Congress 23 at the Gandhinagar. ગુજરાતને મળવું જોઈએ. મારી humble request છે આ બધાને પણ. We have to give the genuine demand to the, and we have already passed in the midterm conference at the Patan, and we represented our case during the executive boards several times. Please consider this. And if it happens, we are thankful to you in the advance. AOP Gujarat saying thanks in advance to you, Ramesh Kumar, and the upcoming team. So we are here thankful to Dr. Nayan Gaonkar, who supported me with very much on the technical part and the financial part. Dr. Ambedkar sir, our senior mentor, already mentioned by the Manish Bhai, Dr. Somsekhar Nimbarkar, and Dr. Prashant Karya done the wonderful job as an editor. Dr. Hiren Patel, my classmate and my colleagues since years, have supported me for the this SGM part and the constitution reform. Dr. Nehal Patel and Dr. Svetal Bhatt as a women's wing office bearer, and Kirit for the e-Gurukul and the committee member as a the CRC. Sandeep is always my pillar. Sandeep is always, રાત્રે પણ ફોન કરીએ તો ઓલવેઝ અવેલેબલ હોય. ફોન મૂકી દે ભાઈ. And at this juncture, we have done so many new achievements in this year. This time we have conducting the election, and all three election commissioner, Dr. V.A. Gopalani sir, Nilesh Bankar and Harshad Takwani sir, all three past presidents are carrying out this our election process, and I humbly request all the AOP Gujarat members to vote for your suitable candidate. Thank you for Monish Bhai for the midterm conference and Impact TOT, along with the Satish Bhai, Tushar Bhai and the Samirs. You have done the wonderful job, and we are going to make one virtual program soon after this 1 week. Here I say best wishes to the upcoming team of the Dr. Rakesh Bhai for their wonderful year, and we hope they will cater more than our team. So it is your duty to prove that you will do better than 2021 team. This is a challenge for you. So, and one more thing I want to say. I requested Dr. Ramesh Kumar, and thank you Dr. Basavaraj for your constant support throughout the year. Kai pan kidhu hai, Basavaraj is always ready. He will give the solution. Any moment at midnight, send the message, early morning he will give the reply. Yogesh bhai, this is the solution. And thank you, Bakul bhai, for your gracious presence. At ગીરમાં પણ હતા ને અત્યારે પણ છો. ગીરમાં પણ આવ્યા હતા અત્યારે પણ છો. એટલે બંને મારા ઇનકમિંગ પ્રેસિડેન્ટ વખતે પણ છો અને આઉટગોઈંગ વખતે પણ છો. So thank you very much for special your presence. And my thank you for my all the EB colleagues for giving support throughout the year. Thank you very much. બધા એક દિવસ તો પોતાનો ટેન્યુઅર પૂરો કરવાનો જ હોય. એટલે મિક્સ ફિલિંગ સાથે અહીં વિરમું છું. પ્રણામ. કંઈ ભૂલચૂક થઈ હોય તો માફ કરજો અમારી ટીમ બધી. આઈ એમ સેઇંગ સોરી ઇફ એનીવન ગેટ્સ હર્ટ્સ from our any member. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Yogesh bhai. I request Dr. Digan bhai to felicitate Dr. Narayan Gaonkar. Dr. Narayan Gaonkar. Friends, we all know nothing is permanent in this world. Only the change is constant. Let us gear up for the most awaited moment. That is a change of color. I request Dr. Yogesh bhai Parekh and Dr. Rakesh bhai Desai to come forward. I request Dr. Ramesh Kumar sir to join them, in whose graceful presence the proceedings will be done. Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause. Dr. Kirish Sisodia is taking charge of Secretary General of AOP Gujarat. We are proud of Kirit. Thank you, Dr. Manish bhai, for the change of color. Thank you, Dr. Ramesh Kumar sir, Dr. Rakesh bhai, Dr. Yogesh bhai, Kirit and Manish bhai.
So friends, finally the moment has been sealed and the coronation of Dr. Rakesh Desai has been accomplished. The steering of the ship of AOP is now in the able hands of Dr. Rakesh bhai. So now I request him to please express his feelings and share his vision for the next year for AOP Gujarat. Dr. Rakesh bhai. Dr. Rakesh bhai, may I please request you to please come forward to share your vision for AOP Gujarat for the next year.
Today's chief guest, CIP President-elect Dr. Ramesh Kumar. Today's guest of honor, past President, National Past President Dr. Bakul Parekh, and CIP Secretary 2021 Dr. Basav Raja. AOP Gujarat President Dr. Yogesh Parikh 2021. CIP Vice President elected for 2022, Dr. Chetan Shah, and our organizing chairperson of GUJPEDICON. EB member of Central IIB 2022, Dr. Kanak Surma. SPEC President, Dr. Kirit Sisodia. AOPG Secretary, Dr. Manish Mehta. Past President, Dr. Hiren Patel. Organizing Secretaries, Dr. Manish Sharma and Dr. Prashant Karya. And all the dignitaries who are present in this August gathering. It's indeed a matter of great privilege to be in the midst of illustrious gathering of my learned and esteemed professional community. I thank you all for according me the prestige and mandate of the position of President of AOP Gujarat 2022. It's an honor, indeed a very great honor to be president of one of the most prestigious branch of IAP. Today the term of previous president, Dr. Yogesh Parikh, is over and change of baton took place. Although this sounds a little ritualistic rhetoric, but it has its own meaning, significance, as well as relevance. It is not just a changeover, it's a transfer of responsibility and accountability in the coming year. Being a very old member of AOP Gujarat, I always associated myself with its interest. And if in the coming year I can do little to further those interests, I shall feel that you have rightly raised me to this dignity. With your cooperation and goodwill that I have been assured of, I wish we will definitely have bright and constructive future. I assure you of my commitment to the cause of AOP Gujarat, and I pledge to work tirelessly for the benefit of AOP Gujarat. Theme of the conference, first 1,000 days, nurturing lives, creating miracles, is also very appropriate. As we know, as it is discussed for last 2 days, child development in first 1,000 days is very crucial and it has long-lasting ramifications. ECD is dynamic and is influenced by many factors which will have widespread impact. It is believed that provision of nurturing care with regard to good health, nutrition, responsive parenting, safety and security, and early learning can enhance child development even in the presence of adversities. We as AOPG team are committed to work for the promotion of ECD with utmost sincerity and responsibility. The newly elected president, as usual, is always charged, always driven with positive energy and burning desire to do something new for his own community, that is our pediatricians, as well as for a society at large. And in this context, we are coming out with 2 modules. First is the community project, that is Project Angan, that now you all aware about it. As you know, the Anganwadis are set by governments in each and every corner of the country that caters primary health care, secondary health care, nutrition, immunization, preschool education, everything. But there is a desire, need to strengthen them by effective implementation and and convergence, as well as coordination at various levels. In this context, AOP Gujarat, in association with SPECT, has envisaged Project Angan, that is Anganwadi Approach to Nutrition, Growth and Nurturing, in selected Anganwadis of Surat Municipal Corporation, which will be a scalable model. Yesterday we had marathon consultative meet on this. Blueprint of this is ready, and we are going to work we are going to start work on it soon. Second project is for our own, that is a Pulse, module Pulse. This is based on how one will approach to a patient presenting with particular symptom. I think that will definitely help. It is a part of continuous medical education, and that will definitely help our pediatricians to reach at an early diagnosis. Last year, under the able leadership of Dr. Yogesh Parikh and his team, we had plethora of activities, e-Gurukul and PG clinic under able leadership of Dr. Baldev Bhai is really a great success, and it was appreciated throughout the nation. All these activities along with Impact, Intact, Trumps, Parva, and all other activities that were started by my predecessors will be continuing in the coming year. This is the dream that is realistic, inclusive, and progressive. A dream which honors our glorious past, pragmatically embraces our present, and envisions in future with imagination and determination. I am very much thankful to my AOP Gujarat GUJPEDICON 2021 committee members for their rock-solid support throughout these many months. These were difficult months, full of uncertainties because of pandemic. We were on a roller coaster ride, but ultimately with the grace of God and with all of you, we could achieve target of our physical conference. I am really indebted to all of you. I am also thankful to my dedicated and integrated AOPG committee members for putting their shoulder to the wheel of AOP Gujarat to maintain its ongoing progress. When I look back, I can see strong footprints of my seniors on the sand of time of Gujarat. I am amazed by the zeal, foresight, dedication, and hard work of my seniors who has brought AOP Gujarat to such a great height. At the end, I am thankful to my friends, family members, and my beloved wife for allowing me to spare time for the betterment of Gujarat in the coming year. At the end, once again, I welcome you all to GUJPEDICON 2021. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Rakesh Bhai. I request you to please stay there. Rakesh Bhai, please stay there. Rakesh Bhai. I request you to present the mementos to Dr. Yogesh Parikh, the past President, AOP Gujarat, Dr. Manish Mehta, and Dr. Prajapati, the Treasurer. Dr. Prajapati. Bharat Bhai. Thank you, Dr. Rakesh Bhai. I request Dr. Digant Bhai to felicitate our senior most pediatrician from the Surat city, Dr. Bipin Bhai Desai. Thank you, Dr. Bipin Bhai sir, for blessing the occasion. I request Dr. Bankim Bhai to felicitate Dr. Indiraben Parmar, a senior most professor from Government Medical College, Surat, and Dr. V.B. Shah, sir. Vijay Bhai, please come forward. Requesting Dr. Bankim Bhai to greet Dr. V.B. Shah, sir. HOD, Government Medical College, Department of Pediatrics.
when we talk about souvenirs, PEC cannot think of a name other than Dr. Kamlesh Bhai to do the RDS and the daunting job. I would request him to come to the dais for the souvenir released by the hands of Dr. Bakul Parekh. Thank you once again, Dr. Kamlesh Bhai, for that arduous job which you have done, and all the dignitaries on the dais for the honors. To follow the footsteps of Dr. Kamlesh Bhai, we have very young and dynamic pediatrician from our own SPECT and our own writer, Dr. Prashant Karia, whom I request to come forward for the official release of e-bulletin of Academy of Pediatrics, Gujarat.
Thank you. And this is going to be our fourth and final bulletin of the year, in which the theme is T20 of neonatology. 20 articles on common neonatal conditions in 20 bullet points. And to release this, I request guest of honor Basavaraj sir to release the bulletin and give his blessing to the audience. So please release the full. Thank you so much, and please give your blessings to the audience. Thank you.
Good evening. Respected our National President-elect of 2021, Dr. Ramesh Kumar sir, and our Visionary President of 2020, Dr. Bakul Parekh sir. First of all, let me congratulate our IAP Gujarat, which is led by Dr. Yogesh Parekh, and Dynamic Secretary Dr. Manish Mehta ji, along with our immediate past President Dr. Hiren Patel and President-elect Dr. Rakesh Desai, with the guidance of seniors like Dr. Chetan Shah sir, our President-elect, Vice President-elect of 2022, and our past President Dr. Digan Shastri sir, Raju Sisha, Baldev Prajapati sir, Abhay Shah, Satish Pandya ji, for conducting an excellent academic activities in the year 2021 under the leadership of Dr. Yogesh Parekh. And not only they have conducted an academic activities, but also they inspired the youngsters to do other activities like chariot activities and COVID-related activities, helping the government, and all the credits goes to the team 2021. So across the Gujarat, whether you take Rajkot, Ahmedabad, Surat, Vadodara, all the branch have submitted an excellent report to the Central IAP. I am sure Central IAP will recognize those things in a right forum at the right place. And our Central IAP activities, which has been very much coordinated by Dr. Yogesh Parekh, our executive board member, Dr. Sandeep Trivedi, Dr. Chetan Trivedi. All the Central IAP activities has been conducted across Gujarat. Thanks you once again, the team of an executive board member for coordinating well with the Gujarat branch. Coming to the annual conference of this Gujarat GUJPEDICON, which is an academics are excellently well planned under the guidance of our past President Dr. Digan Shastri sir, organizing team which is led by Dr. Kanak Surma sir, Dr. Chetan Shah, Dr. Prashant Karya, Kiriti Susodia, Manish Sharma ji. They have planned it very well with the team Surat, of course our Nirmal Choraria and all. They have did an excellent job. So I am sure incoming team under Rakesh Desai and Kirit Sisodia will take this, whatever the things has been laid down by the team 2021 to the greater heights. Wish you all the best for the team 2022 for a good academics in the 2022 also. Thank you once again.
Thank you, Dr. Basavaraja, sir. Friends, let us invite now a person who is always wearing an encouraging smile on his face, the chief guest, President IAP 2022, Dr. Ramesh Kumar, sir.
Chairperson of the meeting, President of AOP Gujarat, Dr. Rakesh Desai, immediate past President of AOP, Dr. Yogesh Parikh, immediate past President, our beloved DAP visionary, Dr. Bakul Parikh, Honorary Secretary General, the powerhouse, the mitochondria of IAP, Dr. Basavaraj, Vice President-elect and organizing chairman of this conference, Dr. Chetan Desai, Chetan Shah, and all the esteemed dignitaries on the dais. Of the dais, I have got all the learned senior academicians, my own president, Dr. Digant Shastri, the doyen of pediatrics out here, Dr. Raju Shah, sir, past president, the teacher of teachers, Dr. Baldev Prajapati, Dr. Sadish Pandya, Vice President with me, Dr. Samir Shah, the Senior Vice President of 2019, Dr. Sangeeta Yadav, and all stalwarts, and my dear friends and beloved members of IAP Gujarat. An amazing evening here where we have an august audience of IAPians of Gujarat taking their 47th conference and celebrating together with academics and some amount of socialization. May I place my congratulations to the outgoing team of AOP Gujarat under Dr. Yogesh Parikh, my dear friend, and Dr. Manish Mehta for the array of activities which have been displayed here right now, and taking the academy to a different level, maybe mostly with the constraints imposed by COVID, most of the activities were on the virtual platform, but still very visible and marked achievements on the academic and field. You had very unique programs like the God's Own leadership, then the leadership program, the LEAP, and so many innovative programs coming up from AOP Gujarat, which was actually drawn attention of our friends across the country on the virtual platform. I must congratulate you for taking up all these initiatives. Congratulations, Dr. Yogesh and team. And my best wishes to the incoming team. We have seen Dr. Rakesh Desai presenting his vision, and Dr. Kirit is here taking up as a secretary. Another outstanding team taking up the responsibility to take AOP Gujarat forward in the year 2022. So may I wish the very best to the incoming team on behalf of Central IAP. Friends, contributions from AOP Gujarat has been quite remarkable over the years. And across all IAP, the 34,000 members of IAP have been listening to you or looking at you for your contributions mostly on the academic front and on social activities. And you can pick up or name any number of activities, and anywhere a key member of IAP Gujarat will be a key contributor of that program. And I can say that almost out of the 50% of the IAP Gujarat members have been contributing to central IAP activities in some or other form. That is quite a big, astonishing figure, because as I come here and seen here, almost everybody is contributing to CIAP activities in certain or other domain. So that's quite astonishing, because the passion for the IAP activities is enormous in this part of this country. The passion is enormous, and you have been inspired by your leaders over the past. So you have been contributing in a big way, and my hearty congratulations to the whole IAP Gujarat for contributing in a big way. You are all been so visible and so active in IAP, and we all owe you a lot for giving us so much in the past to the central IAP, and we hope you will have much more from you in the years to come from this organization in Gujarat. Well, friends, this is the time when we are moving from something like the virtual or digital platform to physical meetings. We used to put it as God willing. Now we used to add God willing and COVID permits. We are going out there next year having umpteen number of opportunities and occasions to meet together and gel together and learn together and then socialize or have the little bit of camaraderie we used to enjoy maybe in until 2020. The whole country, the whole IAP fraternity is looking forward to the physical congregations coming up, and we at Central IAP are really happy that we have arranged for a good number of academic activities in the year coming up. At least some 16 modules have already been conceptualized, all been just to ready for be on the roll. And we have got 8 of the modules are being put to us TOT, the Trainer of Trainers workshop along with the National Conference at Noida. Another 8 modules are still there. A lot of support is there from every side, even from the industry. So we look forward to, I see the COVID has to permit us, or the situation has to come down. We'll be having a lot of activities in the year coming up. And our conference at Noida is there. The 59th annual conference of Indian Academy of Pediatrics is going to be there in Noida on January 16th to 20th. Fine. The 59th annual conference is coming up. Okay, thank you. We have got our national conference coming up, and I invite each one of you to join the first mega conference in the 2 years.
Agencies. What is it? What is it? There is some instruction from the hotel. So we are waiting what's happening. This is from hotel.
I request everybody to take their seat. There is no emergency. It is just some fire alarm, but no issues at all. Kindly take your seats, all the delegates, please. Yeah, don't panic. It is some automated testing, so kindly have your seats.
Requesting Dr. Ramesh Kumar sir to please continue.
Okay, fine. We are all so relieved that nothing unfortunate is coming up or some no other emergency on any other front. It's fine. Okay. Okay, fine. But I'm sure that we all need to be prepared. I'm so happy that everybody is vigilant. All of us are vigilant, and we are all, in fact, safety is an important concern wherever you are, and every announcement has to be followed in ditto. We cannot be so, we leave any announcement. I'm used to this every time in the hospital. Every day some mock announcements will come. You have to be there, very, very alert about what is happening around. So that's so great of our team. I think we are all doctors. We need to respect this announcement, this sort of emergencies. So friends, our conference is coming up in Noida, and I invite each and every one of my friends here to join the conference. This is a mega event coming up after 2 years on a physical platform. We have got around some 26 pre-conference workshops, 8 TOTs, 11 CMEs on dedicated topics on a full day, and 3 days of full conference spread over total 5 days. The team has made all arrangements to make it a gala event. So I wish all my dear friends could be around and bless me for the year ahead, our team, when we take over at Noida for the year 2022. And this team, and I've put really good efforts to see that our Yuva team is being given more space and width in Central IAP, or in the IAP scheme of things, I would say. This year, we have asked all the state office bearers to pick and choose at least 5 or 6 from their own state who are less than 40. And I'm sure that at least 35 to 40% of the faculty for GUJPEDICON is less than 40, for 45 years. IAP terms, it is 45 Yuva. Now we are taken 40 to 45 because we don't find much team. But still, that's a good number. We have picked many, many new faces. So at least some 25 or 30% are new faces in the Pedicon. And women participation is also around 35 to 40%. I think Dr. Sangeeta Yadav, Dr. Hima Bindu, you all should be proud about it. Dr. Sushma Desai. You're all the stalwarts in the women's wing, and I can hear a lot of clap coming from that side. So you are going to be having a key role in the IAP's activities in the years ahead, and I am sure that your women's wing have been doing quite a lot in the last 3-4 years under Dr. Sadi Bhave ma'am and Sangeeta ma'am and other seniors. Of course, that's great, and we look forward to many, many initiatives and many changes in the organizational level, as well as the participation also happening from the youngsters. And I believe the year 2021 was so different in the way the COVID challenges were on one side, but our President, Dr. Piyush Gupta, and our Secretary, Dr. Basavaraj, were able to put in a lot of new activities, especially the parental guidelines, the early childhood development workshop, which is still drawing a lot of attention under the stewardship of Dr. Digant Shastri and Dr. Yogesh Parikh. So that is drawing, even the day before we had a workshop which went on quite well yesterday. So across the country, it is being eagerly anticipated, the rollout of the early childhood development workshops. So that year, and the year 2021 was blessed with many activities, and I am sure 22 again we will have much more scientifics along with community-oriented activities to be taken up on the Central AP level. We had a meeting with the Health Minister day before yesterday. Mr. Mansukh Mandavia hails from your own place, and he was so courteous. Hospitality was so good. We spent some 30-35 minutes with him, and we impressed upon him about the activities of IAP in the coming year, especially the under 5 mortality 25 by 2025. Given the way it is going, our present under 5 mortality is at 34, and given the pace at which it is going on the last 5 years, the annual rate of reduction, will reach nothing less than 29. And the SDG goals have put it as 23 by 2025. So at least we at Central IAP, we have made a mapping of the districts where the under 5 mortality is so high, mapping of districts, revenue districts with the under 5 mortality very high, as well as the annual rate of reduction is very low. So we are focused around 90 districts spread over 8 states, where if you put in some effort, some IAP champions can put in some efforts in those selected districts, that will make a great impact on the total, the national index of under 5 mortality. because it varies from that. We see that there is a the mapping, if it is done, because it is a wide disparity is there from under 5 mortality, where in Cochin, Ernakulam, where I belong to, it is hardly 8. Where in Budon, in the Uttar Pradesh, it is 88. So that much 88 children born in that particular district, they don't see their 5th birthday by after 5 years. So that's a wide disparity is there. So what we have done is we have done a mapping with the help of statisticians and epidemiologists and put in a where selected certain districts, and we have impressed upon the minister that if you put in efforts in particular districts, that will be the worth, and that can be then replicated to the other, rather than putting the diluted effort across the country. And we have many other projects also, some NRP programs and other things, and the government of India has asked us to officially launch the programs in the first week, January 1st or 2nd. They have promised a meeting in Delhi where we will be officially launching our projects also. So that way we are looking at more listening with the government, and I am so happy that Gujarat has given, they set the example with the UNICEF, Dr. Narayan. I am meeting him every time in the conferences, and you have got a lot of support from the government of Gujarat for your activities. You have set the pace, and we are taking it forward. So I am so happy that the conference, the IAP is taking rapid strides over the legacy set by your seniors from Dr. Raju Shah sir, Digan Shastri sir, and other senior presidents. It's continuing, and we look forward to continue the momentum in the year 2022. And I wish the team again, the 2022 team, the very best. And I'm sure that the IAP Gujarat will take rapid strides and giant strides in the years to come under the umbrella of Indian Academy of Pediatrics. I wish all my dear friends Merry Christmas coming up, hardly 1 week ahead, and Happy New Year and a very good time post-COVID, or even if the COVID is there, we are going to make it good. And we had a good time. We are really making it much better in the year to come. And I wish once again each and every one of you healthy, happy, prosperous times ahead in IAP as well as in your personal life and professional life. Thank you. Jai IAP, Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. I request Dr. Rakesh Bhai to felicitate the chief guest, Dr. Ramesh Kumar, sir. I request Dr. Chetan Bhai to felicitate Bakul Bhai. Dr. Bakul Bhai, sir, please come forward. I request Dr. Kanak Bhai to felicitate Dr. Basavaraja. I request Dr. Bharat Prajapati to please come forward. Requesting Dr. Rakesh Bhai to felicitate Dr. Bharat Prajapati. Now, it's time to listen to one of us, the favorite Gujarati, Dr. Bakul Bhai. I request him to share a few words. Sir. Sir is the past president of Central IP. We all know him and love him for his dynamism.
So, good evening, dignitaries on the days and of the days. My respect to our incoming National President, Dr. Ramesh Kumar, my rock-like support and dynamo, Dr. Basavaraj, President of AOP, Dr. Yogesh Parekh, and of course, incoming President, Dr. Rakesh Bhai, and all the other dignitaries on the dais and off the dais. I always get amazed when I come to this venue. Last time also I was there for West Zone Pedicon, and today also looking at these diamonds which is covering us, the city of diamonds, Surat, and this also has the same feeling, a very glamorous and magnanimous venue. So venue, I am sure everybody is wondering about the beauty of this particular venue. I congratulate Dr. Yogesh Parikh for completing his very successful tenure, and Dr. Manish for conducting so many activities on our DIP platform, and many other charity. Ms. SPECT is known to do lots of charity work. I am very happy because one of the branch which has done maximum charitable activity during this year is very admirable. I welcome you all for IPA Congress 2023, which is again in Gujarat at Gandhinagar. It is your and our conference. There is nothing that prevents you from coming there, and we are definitely going to enjoy together the first conference of such a grand magnitude coming to Gujarat. We have started planning about this particular conference in a very big way. The Mahatma Mandir auditorium has already been booked. The hotels are already been blocked. And dates are also known to everyone, that is 19th to 24th of February 2023. And I thank Dr. Digant Bhai and his team. During his tenure, he could win the bid for IAP. So thank you, Digant Bhai, for that. That particular conference we are planning 24/7 for 6 days. And there we expect around 10,000 members physically and 50,000 members online. So it's going to be a unique conference, which I am sure you all should not miss. Today, I welcome Dr. Rakesh Bhai as a president of AOP and his team, and I wish him all the best to carry forward the good work which has been done by the past presidents of AOP Gujarat. And I'm sure, knowing Rakesh Bhai very well, and the support he is going to receive from all of you, he is going to be a very successful president for the coming year. So thank you very much and all the best.
Thank you, sir. We have seen the plethora of activities under the banner of AOP Gujarat throughout the year 2021. It's now time to felicitate all the contributors. I invite Dr. Manish Mehta to do the honors.
Before I start giving all the awards, a special thanks to my wife, Dr. Angelika, and my 2 daughters, whose weekends I've always taken away in this year. So thank you very much. From sir also, Dr. Yogesh Parikh sir. Now we'll start with our traditional awards, branch awards. In less than 25 members category, we had Surendranagar branch, who has won the prize. Anybody from Surendranagar here? Representative? Dr. Rakesh Patel, he is the president of Surendranagar branch, and Dr. Chintan Gandhi is the secretary of Surendranagar branch. In the category of 25 to 100 members, we had 2 cities who had sent the reports. Out of them, Rajkot has won the first award. I request Dr. Jankana Sangvi and Dr. Jhalak Shah, and anyone who is there from Rajkot can come on the stage to receive the award. next category is more than 100 members. We received our reports from 3 branches, Surat, Ahmedabad and Vadodara. The base branch award goes to Surat branch, SPEC. We had also received reports from Banaskantha, Ahmedabad and Baroda. All the 3 reports were really good. It's just we have to give first prize to someone, so we have to mention Surat. We would like to give appreciation certificate to all the 3 branches. First from Banaskantha, I think. Dr. Ramesh Patel receive award for branch report, appreciation certificate. After that, Ahmedabad branch, Dr. Sunil Patel and Dr. Unmesh Upadhyay, President and Secretary. Now Vadodara branch, excellent report. Ahmedabad. Vadodara branch. This year we had started special awards for best medical college report award, and we had received 5 reports from different medical colleges. There is first government medical college. We had received a report from Baroda and Bhavnagar, and winner is again Baroda Medical College. Second category was GMARS Medical College. I invite Dr. Nehal Patel from GMRS Medical College, Sola, Ahmedabad. Now, GMRS Medical College. And in the category of private medical college, we received 2 reports, that is Pramukh Swami Medical College, Karamsad, and SNS Medical College, Ahmedabad. The winner is Pramukh Swami Medical College, Karamsad. Now, we would like to felicitate the seniors and teachers who had contributed greatly to the activities of AOP Gujarat during the year 2021. First of all, I invite Dr. Raju Shah, sir. He was past president of Central IIP, advisor to God Module, and a member of Pediatric COVID Task Force. Welcome, sir. રાકેશ ભાઈ 3 જણા આવી જાઓ અને રાકેશ ભાઈને પણ બોલે. Then I invite Dr. Digan Shastri, sir, who is the coordinator of God Module, host, convener of LEAP Module, and leader of Pediatric COVID Task Force, and member of Constitutional Amendment Committee. Then Dr. Abhay Shah, sir, who is a scientific convener of E-Gurukul program and member of Pediatric COVID Task Force. Then Dr. Baldev Prajapati, sir, who is the advisor and moderator of PG Clinic, a great teacher. Then Dr. Y.K. Ambedkar, sir. I request Dr. Bakul Parekh, sir, to receive the award on behalf of Dr. Y.K. Ambedkar, sir. Next award for Dr. Narayan Gaonkar, sir, who is a health specialist, Gujarat State Branch, UNICEF, whose support for the year 2021 was really great. Dr. Satish Pandya, sir, who is a convener and host of God, concept and advisor of LEAP Module, and member of Constitutional Amendment Committee and Pediatric COVID Task Force. On behalf of AOP Gujarat, we wish Dr. Y.K. Ambedkar, sir, a very happy birthday. Then Dr. Chetan Shah, sir, who is the national coordinator of E-Gurukul and member of Pediatric COVID Task Force and member of Constitutional Amendment Committee. Dr. Somshekhar Nimbalkar, who is the national coordinator of PG Clinic. Then Dr. Hiren Patel, who is the immediate past president of AOP Gujarat, key person in the constitutional amendment and updating AOPG members' data and AOPG election. Next award is to Dr. Prashant Karya, who has been EC member for AOP Gujarat 2021, editor of AOPG 2021. Dr. Sanjeev Goyal, sir, who is advisor and guide in financial issues of AOP Gujarat. Someone from Baroda on his behalf can collect the award. Dr. Nehal Patel, who is the president of AOPG Women's Wing. And Dr. Shwetal Butts, who is the secretary of AOPG Women's Wing. Next, Dr. Kirit Sisodia, who is the joint coordinator of eGuruku and committee member of Constitutional Amendment Committee. Dr. Sandeep Trivedi, NNF President 2022. Like to felicitate our election commissioners, Dr. V.A. Goplani, who was the Chief Election Commissioner, Dr. Nilesh Bankar, and Dr. Harsha Takwani. Would like to felicitate Dr. Yagnesh Popat, sir, who is the ID chapter chairman. Now comes our executive committee members, without whose support and efforts we could not have reached over here. First of all, Dr. Samir Shah, who is EC member and key person for Constitutional Amendment and Intact. Thanks Dr. Tushar Shah, executive committee member and Intact too. Dr. J.K. Gosai, Executive Committee Member. Dr. Amar Patel, EC Member, Ahmedabad. Dr. Divyang Patel, Dr. Monish Shah, Dr. Prashant Karya, Dr. Vijay Shah, sir. Dr. Raja Namani and Dr. Jayendra Gohel. Now the marathon task of paper and poster, judged by 12 judges, and we had almost 40 papers and 36 posters today. And we would like to felicitate all the judges who have contributed to this competition. First of all, Dr. Nehal Patel, Dr. Neelam Shah, Dr. Vijay Shah sir, you have to come up again. Dr. Jankhana Sanghvi and Dr. Jalak Upadhyay. Dr. Rajiv Prasad sir, Dr. Kinjal Patel, Dr. Indira Parmar, Dr. Prashant Karya, Dr. Nirmal Choraria, Dr. Darshan Chauhan, Dr. Bakulesh Chauhan. We would like to felicitate the committee of GUJPEDICON 2021. We'll start with organizing chairperson, Dr. Chetan Shah and Dr. Kanak Singh Surma. Big round of applause for the chairman. Then convener Dr. Rakesh Desai. Dynamic organizing secretaries Dr. Manish Sharma and Dr. Prashant Karya. Now, we'll announce the winner of paper and poster. I think backbenchers residents are eagerly waiting for that. In the category of paper, first prize goes to Dr. Jyoti Thakur. Big round of applause for these residents. Anyone from her college? Dr. Ashita Sinha, second prize. And third prize goes to Dr. Purnima Kumari. Sharma Kumari is there. Third prize, paper. Then in poster category, first prize goes to Dr. Vedant Popat. Second prize goes to Dr. Mital Gorwar. And third prize goes to Dr. Nancy Ferlin.
Well, friends, behind the success of a conference are many hands who have endeavored to make the event majestic. I would now finally request Dr. Manish Sharma to please come forward for official vote of thanks and to pay gratitude to all our partners. Dr. Manish Sharma.
Respected Chief Guest, Dr. Ramesh Kumar Sir, President AOP, newly elected Dr. Rakesh Desai Sir, dignitaries on the dais and all the dignitaries of the dais. A very good evening to all of you. Friends, the journey of GUJPEDICON 2021 started almost 1 year back during Colors GUJPEDICON, when the responsibility of GUJPEDICON 2021 was handed over to Surat Pediatric Association Charitable Trust, the SPACT. For this, on behalf of SPACT, I express my gratitude to AOP Gujarat and all its office bearers. I also thank member of SPACT and its office bearers, Dr. Kirit Sisodia, Dr. Ankit Parmar, and Dr. Pratin, who believed in the capacity of Team GUJPEDICON 2021 and selected all of us to form the organizing committee of GUJPEDICON 2021. To begin with, we extend our heartfelt gratitude to Dr. Ramesh Kumar Sir for accepting our invitation to be the chief guest and thereby increase the leverage of the occasion. The three pillars for a successful conference are formidable scientific program with conscious faculties, adequate finances, and of course, a huge chunk of delegates. We were lucky enough to be upfront in all the three areas. Our sincere thanks to all the faculties of GUJPEDICON 2021 who helped us in creating a platform where everybody can share and gain the wealth of never-ending knowledge and keep himself or herself updated to the latest revolution in the medical field, and living up to our theme, nurturing lives and creating miracles. I extend our gratitude to UNICEF, his representative Dr. Gaonkar, officials of RBSK, Government of Gujarat, especially the Department of Health and Family Welfare, and Surat Municipal Corporation. Our special thanks to all the pharmaceutical companies who have rendered us an unprecedented and unprovoked reciprocation, not only in the financial facet, but also lending us with an essential helping hand by volunteering the logistics at this penultimate hour. We thank all the agencies, Utkarsh for audiovisual, Mr. Gaurav for preparing the venue and trade exhibition area, Mr. Vikram Ariwala for all the printing material and the banners, Mr. Yogesh Bhai for printing souvenir, Dushyant Bhai, our architect, Go Bananas, the event management company, our photographs, Mr. Paresh Petigera and Mr. Nilay Panchal, transport agency, Jeevan Kala, our Utopia, the food and the venue provider, Exotica for providing us the accommodation, and many other agencies who have worked with us cordially and helped us to make this venue exuberant and extravagant. I beg pardon to all my OC teams, to landmark their philanthropic work. Needless to say that we had a great team effort from all seniors to juniors who have worked professionally, putting up unbridled experience, dedication, responsibility, and respite. The aggressive nature of our convener, Dr. Rakesh Bhai, and his mode of working with fervor indeed made perish all our stress and gave us the extra boost to knit things well in time. In the end, I am very grateful to the core committee of GUJPEDICON 2021 to bestow us, me and Prashant, with the onerous responsibility of organizing secretary for this conference. I couldn't accomplish this speech without sincere and earnest gratitude to the main pillar of this conference, our delegates, who have gathered from all the corners of Gujarat. Dear delegates, we truly acclaim our triumph to your exuberant response in registrations. I also, at this moment, want to thank my family, especially Dr. Vishaka, my wife, my kid, and my parents, because this requires time to organize this thing. Also, thanks to the family of Prashant, my colleague, who has been working for last 7 days, day and night. Thank to them also. Before I conclude, I would like to give special gratitude to our both MOCs, who have done commendable job to manage this event. I would like to invite President Spec, Dr. Kirit Sosadia, to facilitate them with floral bouquet. Dr. Fagun Shah, Dr. Shushma Madam. Kirit Bhai. So friends, it's time to raise a toast to substantiate this unprecedented achievement. Have a great conference. Thank you. Jai Hind. I would request to everybody to rise for the national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
भारत माता की।
So all AOP Gujarat members are requested to come to second floor where we today took lunch for GBM, General Body Meeting. Thank you.